You're watching Global Toronto. This is Global News at 11.
These are going to be hard days. Hard for the families, hard for the South Simcoe police family.
A candlelight vigil held just outside Barrie tonight to honor 2 South Simcoe police officers killed on duty. Their community members coming together to find comfort and to pay their respects to the 2 men. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Police were responding to a call on a quiet suburban street in Innisfil. And for 2 officers, that call would be their last. Shots were fired inside a home and a violent incident turned deadly. Catherine McDonald has the details in our top story.
To say that our community is devastated would be an understatement.
In the small All right, let's check in with our meteorologist Ross Hull now with our first look at the weather. Hey, Ross.
Hi, Tracy. Another warm day across the GTA, southern Ontario, northern Ontario. The normal or average high for Toronto, 14 degrees, making it close to 20. And we really haven't dropped off that much. It will be a warm overnight. We do have some wet weather, though, traveling through. Could be an embedded thunderstorm moving from west to east across southwestern Ontario. Now, if there is a thunderstorm, some of the stronger winds aloft could mix down to the surface. We do have a special weather statement in place. I don't think this is going to be a widespread damaging weather event, a wind event, but could see some strong gusts as that line moves from west to east, perhaps 60, 70 kilometers per hour around the Toronto area. Again, if there is a thunderstorm, could be a little higher than that. So if you have any items outdoors that need some securing, you may want to do that. As we look at your overnight forecast, I mentioned it stays mild. Yes, there will be periods of rain, could be heavy at times. Into the morning commute tomorrow. We'll clear out by the afternoon and we'll dry up as well. I'll show you when it really cools down, and it's also Wildlife Wednesday. Your viewer photo just ahead. Tracy.
Ross, thank you. Coming up next, Sandy Hook defamation trial. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones ordered to pay nearly $1 billion in damages.
I'm Giles Tingey in the Global News Chopper. We're currently flying over the intersection of Kennedy and the 401. Southbound Kennedy on-ramp to the westbound 401 is currently closed for construction. This is due to reopen in December. Looking for diversified exposure to alternative energy? They've got ETFs for that. Horizons ETFs. ETF solutions for every investor.
Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones has been hit with a colossal judgment in the latest Sandy Hook defamation trial.
London. Well, we are tracking some showers tonight into tomorrow morning. That's a cold front. Eventually, much cooler conditions. Cool enough for snow, if you can believe it, in the 7-day forecast. Plus, it's Wildlife Wednesday. Your viewer photo. All of that just ahead.
All right, Ross, so Halloween is coming up. Thanksgiving is behind us. I don't know what you're going to dress up as, but I always look forward to your dog's costumes.
Yeah, well, that's where the Canadian Bros are tonight, Tracy. They're out shopping for their costumes. And speaking of Halloween, let's deal with Wildlife Wednesday and show you Burger. Adorable picture. I think Burger has found the pumpkin that he wants.
Yeah, a little pumpkin burger there. I like that.
Well, we do have some wet weather in the forecast over the weekend, especially at times into next week. Let's take a look at your hour by hour, starting with tomorrow. So a windy overnight, still a little windy tomorrow morning, especially early in the day when we could see some gusts close to 50 kilometers per hour, maybe a little higher than that. Then we'll see the winds ease throughout the day. Best chance of wet weather could be heavy at times tomorrow morning, especially early. And then as we head through the afternoon, we'll start to dry out. Temperatures will drop as well to the low double digits by the evening. We'll be back down to the single digits overnight into Friday morning. Okay, let's take a look at temperatures now across the country on this Wednesday. Single-digit temperatures around Edmonton and Calgary, still in the double digits in Vancouver. It was a mild day around the Great Lakes in towards southwestern Quebec, and dropping down to the single digits in Halifax at the moment. Now, as we take a look at what's happening with our satellite and radar, you can see this pronounced line of showers and thunderstorms, some lightning associated with this as well. So don't be surprised to hear a rumble of thunder overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. Heavy bands of rain, breezy conditions with this front as well, almost windy we could call them. So that is something to keep an eye on as well. If you have anything that could fly away easily in your backyard, any patio furniture that's unsecured, you might want to do so. But the winds will ease, as I mentioned, as we head through tomorrow morning. Still some heavier bands of rain tracking east of the GTA as we head through tomorrow morning. But for the morning commute, do be prepared for some pooling and ponding on roadways. And then as we head towards the afternoon, most of the showers, they're more hit or miss around the GTA in southern Ontario, and I think much of Friday should be dry across the area. We're going to continue to experience relatively mild weather. We won't get into the real cool stuff until early next week, and I'll show you that in a moment. How much rain to expect? Well, at this point, it looks to be in the 10 to 15 millimeter range around the GTA. Locally heavier amounts around Kingston and London, possibly around Niagara as well. So tonight, we get down to 14 in Toronto, 8 in Windsor, 15 through Buffalo, and into the double digits around Ottawa. And here's a look at what you can expect tomorrow. So still looking at temperatures in the mid to high teens with that chance of wet weather, especially early in the day. The next 3 days looking like this. Early day showers on Thursday, 12 on Friday. Looks dry, 16 on Saturday, chance of showers on Sunday, a little cooler. Then into next week, we're into the single digits with some wet snow possible, especially north of Toronto. Higher terrain, could even be some flakes early Wednesday morning around the GTA. Have a great night.
It is a day many Toronto and Montreal fans marked on their calendar. Opening night of the NHL season for both teams. We send it over to Moses Woldu now with a look back on tonight's game.
Tracy, there's no better way to start a season than against your bitter rival, the Leafs, and Captain John Tavares not